Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me for Q&A for today. The question for today, why music? Why do we have music in our worship services? How did it come to be that we have music there? Well, music has been a part of worship since before the time of Jesus. And in every indigenous religion that I'm aware of, there is some sort of music, whether it's drumming and dance or there's artistic expression, because the arts express things that words alone cannot. I remember a poster that says, "When I sing, I pray twice." But in Christian worship, there was a time when music was on the line, and this is in the 1500s, 16th century. And the Pope at the time thought that music was only the secular kind, the kind of bawdy music that minstrels would carry from town to town. And so the Pope was making a decree that there would be no music in Christian worship. And there was a composer, his name was Giovanni Pierluigi, and he was from Palestrina in Italy. And today he's known only by his last name, Palestrina, the town that he hailed from. And as the story goes, he made a bet with the Pope. He said, "If I can create music that is uplifting and meaningful for you, will you allow music to stay in the worship service?" And of course, we know the answer was that he created a beautiful mass, a setting of a mass. And it was the Pope was so moved by it that music stayed in worship from then on. I get a lot of questions today about, well, what do you think of praise music? Or what do you think of this kind of music? Or purely instrumental music? Or electronic music? Or rock music? Music is music. Music is an expression. We have all different styles of music. There's traditional, there's classical, there's jazz, there's bebop, there's rap. There are kinds of music that I'm not even aware of, especially indigenous musics. But music is an expression. And should that expression be used in worship? Yes. The trick is you have to find the kind that speaks to you. And just because you've always listened to one kind of music in worship does not mean that you should always only listen to that. It's kind of like the story I've told frequently about a guy who was getting ready to retire, and all his life he would only eat hamburgers. And when it came time for his retirement dinner, he had to choose between steak or chicken or surf and turf. And he said, what about my hamburger? And his wife said, "Oh, for God's sake, pick something else." So he did, and he chose surf and turf, and he loved it. And when he was going home from the dinner, his wife said, "Why are you so sad? They celebrated you and your great accomplishment and your work and your longevity." And he said, "Because all these years I could have been having this, and I was only eating hamburgers." We like to stick with what's familiar. Doesn't mean it's the only thing that will speak to us. So I encourage you to listen to some praise music, listen to some jazz, listen to some gospel, listen to rock, Christian rock music. You may find a spirit in there that you were unaware of before. But that's why we have music in worship. Okay, hope this answers a couple of questions for some of you. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for being with me, and I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. Until next time, God bless. Take care. Bye for now.